Hey guys, it's me here, Comrade Law, back with another video. Today I want to talk about the benefits of world hunger, how Thomas Sankara was right, Capitalist Pig Media Fake News Exposed, a deep dive into this topic. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. So let's get started in this video. So I wanted to talk about this subject. My other YouTube videos will be on the screen. They're related to this subject right now if you'd like to check them out. So obviously my YouTube channel is about exposing the atrocities of capitalism and the system as a whole and the evils of the capitalist imperialist pigs. So an article came out recently in 2009, talking about the benefits of world hunger, and it was recently deleted from the UN website. It was a article called "The Benefits of World Hunger." The article is not satire, despite what most people want you to think. It was just the true colors of the empire in the West and capitalism's true colors coming out. Aka imperialist pro-capitalism. The whole article was basically fake news. Because it was fake news. There's no benefit of world hunger. It's fake news, media, etc. The article basically said it's okay to exploit people via capitalism and the benefits of cheap slave labor. They try to justify, the benefits of world hunger and how people would want to work, hard and all this, and how it's okay to make up lies and cause war, aka imperialism for capitalism profits. Let's remember for a second that the UN claimed that the DPRK, aka North Korea, had significant human rights violations. They claimed all this without any proof that the DPRK even had any human rights violations. They had no proof that anything was actually going on. They just literally claimed without no proof that North Korea was evil, aka the DPRK, with no. On top of that, the UN suspended Russia from the human rights body, claiming that the United Nations General Assembly or whatever suspended Russia from the UN Human Rights Council over reports of gross and systematic violations and human rights abuses, despite the fact that, Ukraine is a fascist Ukraine. They cater to Nazis. Their, government is known to be very pro-fascist and pro-Nazi. Ukraine's a very pro-neo-Nazi fascist regime. The UN is not about human rights at all. The stuff they make up is all fake news to serve the, pro-capitalism empire and spread, anti-communism propaganda and all that just for capitalism profits. They have the United States and Saudi Arabia and Israel on the Human Rights Board. They support them at the very least. They truly don't give a shit about any human rights violations, only imperialism, capitalism profits, and the West's, agenda. They support NATO, which is a huge human rights violator in the world. They destroyed the most prosperous country, NATO did, in Africa, Libya, and had turned it into a war-torn state that has human trafficking and open slave markets, which is, a human rights violation. But the UN is full of capitalist pigs and war criminals and imperialists, Western imperialists that support capitalism via war, aka Western imperialism. Capitalism causes war, and capitalism and imperialism go hand in hand. Profits over lives every day underneath capitalism system. Thomas Sankara, at the end of the day, was right. Here are some quotes by him. He opposed foreign aid, saying that he who feeds you controls you, saying it is a form of blackmail and exploitation. Hunger is a way for the capitalist imperialist pigs to exploit the most vulnerable people on this earth. Look all over the world right now. People are being basically paid nothing, doing slave labor to keep from starving to death. Here are some of the few examples recently. Worst fashion wage theft ever. Workers go hungry as Indian suppliers to top UK brands refuse to pay minimum wage to the sweatshop workers. Garment workers in India making clothes for international brands in a major clothing production hub in India say their children are going hungry as factories refuse to pay the basic minimum wage, livable wage, and what is claimed to be the biggest wage theft to ever hit the fashion industry. More than 400,000 garment workers have not been paid the state's legal minimum wage since April 2020. According to the International Labor Rights Organization that monitors working conditions in factories, one worker had claimed she had earned only about half of what she needed to cover basic living costs such as food and rent. The victims of capitalism was quoted in saying, "I tried to talk to the factory management about it and the issues surrounding the wage, labor," she added, "but they said this is what we pay to work here. If you don't like it, you can leave and go somewhere else." Sweatshop assembly workers in Haiti, mostly women, making clothing for export to Walmart, Target, Zara, and Gap, Old Navy, and some other 60 other U.S. brands, extracting super profits from starvation wages. Continuing protests were met with police repercussion from U.S.-backed dictatorship of Haitian Prime Minister Ariel Henry on February 23rd. Haitian photojournalist Maxime Lazare was shot dead by cops who continued firing into the crowd as other demonstrators were tear-gassed and clubbed by the police. This fake-ass news article basically was claiming that world hunger has benefits and saying it's okay to do capitalism exploitation and use people and make them slaves so capitalism can make more profits. It's disgusting and it's disgusting and vile. We all need to fight against it.